to share some more print ads from my collection with you. Now, these ones I'm going to show you today are from 1942, actually March 1942. America got into the World War II on December 12th, 1941. That's right. So we hadn't been in the war very long when these ads came out, but there were already advertisements supporting the men and women in our military. Now, the first one I want to show you actually is one of those, and it's from Bell Telephone. And like many American companies in World War II, Bell Telephone produced many patriotic print ads. So here we have Mr. Bell, the character. You notice his body is made out of the type of phone that was used back in 1942. And he's a comic type character representing Bell Telephone, and he is decked out carrying important items to do repair work with and he has the soldiers' backs, and the marching men represent the Army, Navy, and the Marines. There was the Army Air Corps, but there was no Air Force at that point in time. To quote the ad, marching right along with the armed forces of this country are thousands of telephone workers. Wherever the need is, communications, you are likely to find telephone men and their trucks and their materials taking care of problems and keeping everybody in communication. At the bottom of the ad is the mention of the Telephone Hour, a radio variety show that was sponsored by Bell Telephone and was broadcast over the NBC Red Network. And that was a really good radio show too. I have one. But with no television in American homes, people flock to the movies. The one advertised here starred two of Hollywood's greats, Carole Lombard and Jack Benny, and it co-starred Robert Stack and Lionel Atwill. Robert Stack had to be very young there. Robert Stack, remember from Unsolved Mysteries and many other things. It was directed and produced by Ernest Lubitsch, something like that, Lubitsch. How would you say that? And anyways, it's To Be or Not to Be. And it was released by United Artists, and as the ad says, is an exciting romantic comedy key to an ever-mounting tempo of suspense. Jack Benny at his best in a surprisingly different comedic role.
To Be or Not to Be is truly an outstanding motion picture, an exciting romantic comedy keyed to an ever-mounting tempo of suspense. To Be or Not to Be brings you the screen's beloved star, Carole Lombard, in the kind of role that won her the applause of millions. And that mirth maker of the movies, that Casanova of the radio, your favorite comedian, Jack Benny, in something entirely new, something surprisingly different, and it's hilarious all the way. To Be or Not to Be is a swift-moving comedy melodrama, enriched by the magic that sparkles in every Ernst Lubitsch production. It's the picture everyone will want to see.
Toothpaste. Now, a surprising number of products that were available in 1942 are still available today, but they look a lot different, and so they still fill the store shelves. One of those products is Colgate toothpaste, which not only cleaned your teeth, but it also cleaned your breath. Now, a main difference between 1942 and now is that the product was called Colgate Dental or Ribbon Dental Cream. Colgate Ribbon Dental Cream. Now, the image I'm showing you right now is of an attractive young woman looking forlorn, and it's quite compelling. It kind of draws you in, especially with her gentleman friend rushing off after a kiss. Why would he rush off from a beautiful lady like her? Well, because she had bad breath. There are two comic panels. One, a dentist who proclaims, yes, scientific tests prove conclusively that 7 out of 10 cases, Colgate Dental Cream instantly stops oral bad breath. Now that's an interesting way to put it, oral bad breath. kind of bad breath could you have other than all bad breath? Well, I don't know, but anyways. The second panel, featuring our girl named Mary, shows her pretty happy as she says, if it's kissing your nissin, twice a day and before every date, use Colgate Dental Cream.
All they do is squawk, squawk, squawk. The feathers are sure flying.
Darn it, Sally, what did I do to ruffle your feathers? Every time I try and kiss you lately, you give me the bird.
Listen, Tom, nobody's going to coo with you until you see your dentist.
Make it snappy, Chappie.
Tom, for unpleasing breath, I advise Colgate Dental Cream, because only Colgate's has proved so completely it stops bad breath.
Is from Yardley. Just because war was raging around the world, women still wanted to look elegant, and Yardley helped the ladies out with that. The lady in this ad looks totally radiant. Even the containers that Yardley products came in were very attractively designed and are collected today. I remember one being on the dresser in this old cottage that we used to go to when I was a kid up at Westlake. But nearly everyone was in some way involved in the war effort, and it was likely, despite the horrors going on, that both women and men tried to remain rooted in civility. And according to the advertisement, she knows the secret of an English complexion was Yardley's Pearl Smooth, mist-blowing English complexion powder. So, if you really like, it's from Bird's Eye Foods, and it's another product that's still around. This full-page ad is colorful and it's fun. And I mean, whoever heard of a talking codfish? World War II was a time when food had to be rationed, so there would be enough for the men and women who were fighting on many fronts. And fish was relatively inexpensive, making it the perfect meat to make the food budget go as far as possible. Plus, there were many delicious ways to prepare it, such as in the photo where the cod is flanked by tomatoes. That doesn't really sound too good to me. And topped with mouth-watering strips of bacon. Well, bacon, you can't lose putting bacon together with anything. Bacon is just like the perfect food. This ad pretty much sums up the awesome attitude of Bird's Eye Frozen Foods, as you can see. And they were helping American families stay nutritiously sound with delicious food. I would not recommend trying, though, tomato with codfish. If you do, let me know, because it doesn't sound too cool to me. Next up is Kellogg's Pep. And here's a 3-panel story extolling the virtues of Kellogg's Pep cereal. Now, in this ad, Dad seems to have lost his pep for pitching baseball, and his son is defending him in the first panel. And Dad's wife has a solution, and she explains, all you need, Henry Peters, is a little more pep appeal. So she brings him a bowl of what else? Kellogg's Pep cereal, which was fortified with essential vitamins and minerals. And right away, Henry is cured and he has pep again. Now, particularly interesting ad, I did one not too long ago on Howard Johnson's, but this ad was for Statler Hotel, or hotels. And I must admit, I'm unfamiliar with Statler hotels, but this 8-panel limerick makes Statler's sound like it would have been a great place to stay. They certainly seem to have taken customer service and concern to the max. So let's take a look at is Heinz, H-I-N-D-S, for hands. And back when I spent a lot of time digging for bottles, particularly in Harrisville at an old 1930s dump site there, I found many, many bottles. It was not uncommon for me to find various sized bottles of Heinz honey and cream lotion. Of course the labels were all gone by the time I would dig them up, but it was embossed on the bottle too what the product was. So I particularly enjoyed this comic strip type ad. The ad features a beauty advisor named Honey and her friend Helen and her husband Ted, who offended her by calling attention to her red and dry hands. And of course all ends well when Helen's hands are healed by Heinz honey and
Hello, my friends, the Heinz Honey and Almond Cream Program.
Vote for Gracie. Vote for Gracie. She's the best little skipper in the land. Vote for Gracie. Vote for Gracie. Won't you please give this little girl a hand?
Starring George Burns and Heinz Honey, Gracie Allen, with Frank Parker, Ray Noble and his orchestra, and Truman Bradley speaking.
Vote for Gracie. Win the presidential rating.
100 million strong, that's right, you can't go wrong. Vote for Gracie, she's going to be number one.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Hello.
that's the ads that I have for you. This video is running a bit longer than I'd like to do, so but I have more ads I want to show you, so I'll do that at some point in an upcoming video. I hope you enjoyed looking at these. I always enjoy getting together with you. I love each and every one of you very much, and I ask that Christ Jesus bless each and every one of you, and that if you've not come to a saving knowledge of Him, that you would do it soon. The condition that I see the world in today and the way the world's headed, I really don't recommend that anybody wait. Anyways, thank you for being here. Love you. See you again real soon. God willing.